Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Toxic, and this is gonna be my sort of weekly slap type channel where I just level with you guys in a way that I just normally don't, because most of my content is a little more highly produced, or I'm just in character or whatever. This is gonna be where you see probably the real side of me. At the time of recording this, I'm actually in the planning stages for all three of my channels. For anybody that just randomly came across this, I'm a full-time YouTuber. I originally made a living off of doing gaming informational content like the unwritten rules of Elden Ring. It was just general gaming tips type content. But at the end of the day, it really wasn't what I wanted to do long term. But it was an absolutely amazing way at learning the YouTube game and gaining the confidence that I need to be able to step into something like what I plan on doing and actually succeed. So right now my plan is I'm gonna have my main channel, Toxic. It's gonna be a sort of more high quality channel. I'm thinking it's gonna be a mix of Ted Nivison, Eddie Burback, and Exurbia. Because I'm super into philosophy. I love the way that Ted Nivison and Eddie Burback do their videos. And I have a lot of great plans for that. I think that channel is going to absolutely pop off and do huge because, I think I'm generally an entertaining guy, and I think some of the ideas that I have drafted for that channel is super interesting. And then my second channel is going to be the Toxic Live channel. This is going to be where I post the edited stuff for my live streams. I plan on live streaming about 3 times a week. If you want to catch any of those live streams, I'll throw the Twitch TV link up right now, or you can just go to the linked YouTube channel that's going to be at the end of this video or in the description. It's going to be tagged under Toxic Live. So yeah, I'll also be live on that channel. I'll be dual streaming because why would I not? And then of course we'll have this channel where shit is a bit more real. You're going to hear a little bit more of an honest side of me because, you know, Toxic is probably going to be a lot more of an honest side of me, maybe playing a little bit of a character. Toxic Live is probably going to be playing a lot of a character just for the entertainment's sake. Because I want to be chaotic sometimes, and this channel is just going to be that chill space where I can just sit down, pull out Audacity, and just talk about something for a few minutes. If you couldn't tell from the zombies gameplay and everything, I'm just not going to care about the algorithm on this channel. YouTube is my job, but I still love YouTube. I want to be able to do YouTube like I did when I was a little kid, just throwing stuff up, talking about whatever I want. But the reality is when it's my job, it's a lot harder to do that. So this is going to be sort of my cure for that in some ways. Just getting on here, talking shit, playing zombies, and I'm going to try and upload here daily, but I also don't want to make any promises. To be frank with you guys, I probably shouldn't even have said that. But yeah, that's the plan, and let's just dive into some stuff I wanted to talk about, because right now, as I'm recording this, it is currently January 10th, 9:50 p.m. and boy, things are very interesting right now. I did make New Year's resolutions at the end of 2025, but I honestly think a lot of your yearly plans should be done kind of throughout January too, because planning out an entire year pretty much is a lot, and it takes a lot of research, it takes a lot of this, it takes a lot of that, and going into the year, and especially if you're actually executing on stuff, the vision and everything might change a lot. So I generally feel like your goals should be a little bit malleable at the very least at the start of January, maybe to the 20th. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's just how I'm doing it. And boy, have my goals changed a lot. The goals that I made at the end of 2025 was to get 1 million subs, get $25,000 a month from content creation, get 8,000 live viewers average, also make a business and set it up to be able to do $1 million yearly in 2027, get a Bernese Mountain Dog puppy, and move out of California. I think my main Toxic channel is going to be the one that gets 1 million YouTube subs. And I know what you're thinking, 0 subs to 1 million. Dude, I'm going to do some cool shit. Don't worry about it. I'll get there. And $25,000 a month from content creation is a lot. It's okay, how are you going to do this? But honestly, I feel like that's the easiest thing off of here, legitimately. If you guys ever saw behind the scenes and saw the circuitry of everything, you would realize that YouTubers both make a lot less money and a lot more money than you think. It's really weird because when you're looking at the views that a lot of YouTubers are getting, you aren't really looking at the backlog. So you can not upload, and if you had good videos in the past, you could just make a shit ton of money. But also, when people look at current videos, they see they see millions of views and thinks that person is making millions of dollars. That probably isn't the case. So there's like 2 layers to this, and the gist of it is I really think I can do it. I think I know it's 100% possible, and I am going to do it. And the 8,000 live viewers average, I mean, it's difficult, but like, I think that if I really committed to streaming, I don't think anybody can really deny that. I think it'll be fine. Setting up $1 million yearly in 2027 from a business. So like, I'm gonna make a business this year, and I'm gonna set it up to make it's like $1 million in the year of 2027. This is gonna be an interesting goal, especially because I don't 100% know the form of business that I want to make to do that. I think this is a goal that I would be most okay with just not getting. Like, I am definitely gonna work to it, but I'm not obsessed with the idea of it, especially because of the way one of my later goals have changed. And my next goal was to get a Berner pup. A Bernese Mountain Dog puppy. I'll throw up a picture of one on screen. They are adorable. They're little angels. I want to get one, and I want to make him my son. And my last goal is to move out of California. Now, what's really interesting is this goal didn't really change at all. I mean, when you consider it on a technical level, it more just got like more specific, and it changed from me moving out of California into moving out of America altogether. This is a really, really interesting pivot, and I'm not doing it because a lot of the things that are happening, I mean, like recently, what happened when I recorded this was like ICE just killed a woman. I'm not doing it for that reason, as scary as those things are. I think a lot of the complaining that happens in America and a lot of the stuff that people say in America is them trying to turn America into something it isn't at points. There are so many places in the world with so many different philosophies, and if you do a little bit of looking around, I guarantee you can find a place that matches your philosophy, and that all those complaints that you have, like with America about how they do this or how they do that, there is probably a country where they do all of that stuff amazingly. Like, I am coming from a privileged point right now. I'm planning to move to a different country. I do YouTube for a living, so I can just mount my setup on wheels anywhere and just move to anywhere, make the same amount of money, make good money, live wherever I want. But there are alternatives, and even for normal people, if you really plan it out and if you really want it, I think you can get there. The only time it becomes like really hard is if you have like children or something, or if there's some other circumstances, like you have some illness or something. But I think generally most people, if you have a problem with how America does things, start looking into some European countries and everything. For a lot of people, if you can get a remote job in America and like move to somewhere like Spain, you will be living the dream. Like, some of you people could just be in a different place than where you are right now, and your quality of life would be so much better. But of course, I am simplifying things a little bit, because at the end of the day, when you're not a citizen in any of these places, it's almost impossible to get a job, which makes you have to get a remote job in America and this and that, and it can be hard. And also, it might not be the most stable thing in the world. But overall, if that's a path for you, I really would recommend looking into that, because like, that's just where I am right now. There is some bad stuff happening, but ultimately, America just doesn't jive with me. It's just really like overpriced in a lot of ways. I don't like a lot of the hateful rhetoric that's sprouting up. I think this is more of just like a westernized thing, because this generally happens online and not just in America. But like, people are just becoming more mean, and they've always been mean, but like, it has become so crazily normalized recently. If someone on either part of the political side were to get assassinated like maybe, 40, 50 years ago, everybody would be pretty damn distraught about it, even if you like didn't agree with them at all. But now, when somebody gets shot, on either side, there will be a bunch of people just completely celebrating. And don't get me wrong, at times a lot of those people that celebrating may be valid, depending on this, depending on that. I'm not talking about anyone specific when I'm talking about like people getting shot and people celebrating. And no, as much as you think I'm talking about Charlie Kirk, I promise you I'm not talking about Charlie Kirk in specific. There have been multiple instances where people have almost died and people are celebrating and everything. And like, that's just generally what I'm trying to move like around, because I really just don't like that rhetoric. So I'm just not gonna be part of a country that has that. And I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to whine about it. I'm just going to go to somewhere else. But yeah, holy sidetrack. I don't know if I'm going to cut any of that out, but this is my Yap channel, so I'm going to stick to it. Like, that is my current plan right now. If you guys want to know like roughly what I'm thinking of, where I want to go to, I want to go to Romania, because Romania is just cool as fuck. Issue is, it can be quite hard to get in. just like depending on different stuff. So I'll probably chill in like Albania or like Georgia for a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. Because it's generally really easy for Americans to live there. You'll probably see a bit in like Toxic Live or something where I'm like, I'm in fucking Albania. Like why am I in Albania? Like, I'll just randomly appear in Albania and be like, guys, I'm in Albania right now. Check this shit out. But yeah, I think probably July. That's like roughly the time that I have planned. I'm probably going to start hanging out in some sort of European or Asian country. Thailand isn't off the tables either. Thailand looks like you could live a great life for relatively cheap. Philippines is also something I'm considering. You know, worst case scenario, if I don't like any of these, I can just come back. But yeah, I don't really think I'm going to change my mind when I land in Romania. It just seems like it has all the pluses from America that I like without the negatives. So yeah, those are all my New Year's goals, and those are how they all changed. Now, the real big question is, how am I doing? And the answer is absolute shit. Like, holy crap, I don't think a single thing could have gone more wrong at the start of this year. It's absolutely absurd. So like, for one, at the end of 2025, I finally got prescribed medication for my like crippling ADHD that's affected me all my life to the point where I wasn't able to do like very basic stuff in elementary school and all that. And I thought that I was going to be able to take off in a way that I never have before at the start of 2026. Boy, was it stupid to think that. It was really stupid because that appointment happened at the 27th of December. So I got prescribed the meds on the 27th of December, and it is currently the 10th of January. And guess what? I don't have my meds. Do you want to know why I don't have my meds? It's because, dude, so I kept checking Walmart, and I kept just like fucking checking and checking. And at one point it got delayed, and I'm like, dude, why is it getting delayed? So I kept checking my phone, and then randomly, my phone screen just started working. I have a Z Flip 7, so there's like an inner screen and an outer screen. If anybody sits here and says like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have gotten that weird phone, like, dude, fuck you, shut the fuck up, don't talk to me that way. This phone is awesome and you wish you had it, you little bitch. But I'm sorry, dude, that was a little bit too much. But I probably would have, I probably should cut that out, but I'm not gonna do that because it just feels fake as hell to cut that out. But yeah, my phone broke and that absolutely sucked. Later on, my mom is still doing stuff for me because I'm not gonna fucking do my medication on my own right now if I can get her to do it for me. I just like told her I don't have access to the insurance, so you call them. And she just did it, and I'm like, hell yeah, I don't have to do this shit. This is awesome. But yeah, she called them, and they were like, oh yeah, we've been trying to get in touch with Toxic for a while. And I'm like, what? And then I like realized, like, oh shit, my phone broke, but it's only been broke for like a couple of days, which means this medication has been getting delayed for the longest time. And just before they decided to call me, my phone decided to break. There was like, in the timeline from then to now, there was such a short amount of time where my phone was broken. Like, if they had just called me a little bit earlier, I would have called and like I would have answered and just like known. But dude, they just so happened to coincidentally tell me about like all of these issues that's going on with my prescription right after my phone broke. So like that was interesting. That my phone breaking and me not answering them got things congested quite a bit in terms of my medication. And then they told my mom like, all right, we're gonna expedite this, we're gonna send this to another thing. Apparently the pharmacy that I sent it to originally didn't want to fill it because it was based, like, the prescription was sent from a completely different state than what I was in, because I was doing like an online psychiatry service, so I could actually get like an ADHD specialist. So yeah, they just didn't want to fill it, and because of that, it's been like delayed all this time. But they told her they were gonna expedite it and everything, and it was gonna come along pretty quick, which is sick. They said it would take like a max like 3 days. I think we're on the 4th day. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck is going on with my medicine. To be frank with you, I'm really pissed off about it. I'm trying not to be like doomer about it, but like at the end of the day, after that psychiatrist visit, I realized that like a lot of the problems with getting work done and like focusing I had really is almost 100% because of my ADHD. So every time I sit down and do work with that knowledge and I'm not medicated, it just feels like I'm playing on hard mode for absolutely zero reason. And it just fucking sucks, the idea that it's like, yeah, I could be having this so much easier right now. Like, I'm putting myself through something significantly harder just because I just so happen to have this. And it just sucks. Like, especially me being aware of that now. it's hard to not be doomer about it and still get work done. And I have no doubt that me being aware of that is actively making my executive dysfunction worse, which sucks even more. But yeah, my medication got froze, and yeah, like I said, my phone broke. You wanna know what's cute about that? I wasn't really worrying because I mean, like, oh, we have it insured. When we went to the place to like get the phone, I had like an in-depth conversation with the guy on getting insured because originally I didn't want to get the phone insured because I think a lot of that stuff is bullshit. Don't ask why I think that. I'm just cheap and I'm very like conspiratorial. Like, I want to spend as little money as I possibly can, and I think that like everybody's just out to grab my money. It's really weird, and it's like an old man way of thinking. I know it's not correct at all, but that's just how I am. And I remember this guy slowly convinced me to get the insurance, and I ended up getting the insurance. So I vividly remember this conversation and telling him like, yeah, we'll go through with the insurance. And when I check how much it's gonna be to replace it, said it was gonna be $300, and at that point it's like, fuck, man. Like, it's not an insane amount of money, but it's a lot of money to just like take a hit on, especially like in the new year, right after Christmas, right when I had already spent a shit ton of money on everything. So I'm like, all right, but like I can pull that money together. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. Well, bad news for me. Once we checked out the website, it turns out that we're just not insured. He just didn't have us insured. So like I have a broken $1,000 phone that is just not insured because I don't know if the guy we were talking to and the guy who was helping us just forgot, but we told him like we would get insured, like we wanted to get insured, and he just didn't insure the phones. So I have a broken $1,000 phone and I don't fucking know what to do. It's really annoying. But yeah, the route that we can probably go down is we can probably just get it insured and just say that the damage happened after, because I mean, like, what are they gonna do? And also, especially since it's a customer service thing and we did tell them we wanted to get insured, I'm sure they're probably still gonna cover it. It shouldn't be a big issue at all. I'm not really worried about it at all. But boy, is it annoying, especially because, man, I tried to make my life as non-phone centered as possible. I went out of my way to have as many things not rely on my phone as possible. And even with all that effort, after having my phone break, I still realized just how phone-centered everything in my life was. Just how fucking hard it is to make your life not phone-centered. Like, for one, I can't get into my Instagram account because I need to verify it through my phone number. I didn't even think of that shit. And on paper, it's like fine, because like I don't really care about Instagram too much. I can just contact people through my phone number, but I don't have a fucking phone number that works because my phone is broke. So it's like, what the hell, man? And if that isn't enough, I can't access either of my banks, neither my credit card nor my debit card. Now, my debit card, the debit card that I go through, has a physical location, so good for me, I can just go there. If I ever need to check my balance, I just go there. But the credit card I have doesn't have physical locations, so it's just like a get fucked situation. And I could just call them, and I'm sure this problem would get solved pretty quick. I'd be able to get let into the account. But fuck that. I don't want to call someone. Dude, I don't want to do that. I don't have to get on a phone call. Especially because, like, I realize this is something... I realize that a lot of this is stuff that I could probably easily get fixed, but it's just annoying. It's just a really unfortunate and sucky way to start my 2026. And you know what? I'm just counting it as a test that I need to get past to really just make this year mine. Despite all this stuff that's happening, I'm still gonna do good. I'm still just gonna like work and make this year absolutely awesome. I know you're probably asking at this point, and it's like, why are you complaining? And honestly, man, the only reason why I'm sitting here ranting like this and acting like it's the end of the world is because this is like my vent channel. Like, this is a place where I can do that and it not be productive. Like, me just shouting into a mic for a little bit and complaining about how annoying my new year has been. It's not halting my work or progress in the same way that like being doomer about it would. Like, just off camera. Because when I sit here and yell about it a little bit online, I get it out of my system, and now boom bada bang, as soon as I turn this camera off, that part of me is just turned off and I can just continue with the day. And also, when I end up succeeding, people can just sort of look back on this and think, man, he went through all this and still made 2026 his year. Like, he still did great, and maybe, just maybe, I might make some hard things seem a little bit more doable for some people. And you know what? As long as I can do that, that's fine, and that's cool. But yeah, guys, the gist of it, this New Year's been really annoying. Welcome to the weekly slap type channel, and hope you guys are having a better start of the New Year's than me. And I hope that I get my medication soon. Cause dude, this is really bad. I don't like this. I am way too cognizant of everything that's wrong with me right now. And I want it to not be wrong with me anymore. But yeah. Anyways, see you guys. Go and check out the main channel and go and check out the live channel. It's gonna be on screen right now. And subscribe to this channel if you want to see more COD Zombie Yap sessions. It's probably not gonna be as disjointed as this. I had a lot to get out in this one thing, and I wanted it to be in just like one solid video because I didn't really see the need of it being another video at all. But yeah, anyways, see you guys.